Hello everyone, here's Daniel from teahouse. Hoping you're doing really well today. We are beginning of February. It's a beautiful sunny days and quite cold. So perfect time to drink tea together. If I can inspire you to open a bag and just brew some hot water while you look at this video. Sorry. So I'm here to present the teas from the tea road, the small tea road, and the complete option as well. So 7 teas presenting to you. This month we have a specific thematic about China. So it's 7 teas that are Chinese only. But the spectrum is really wide. Since it's the birthplace of tea, there's so many types of tea produced in China. It was quite easy to make a nice, beautiful box. So hope you'll enjoy whether you have the little or the regular version. We chose to make a Chinese thematic because of the Olympic Games and because of the Chinese New Year, mostly. And so we thought it was just the perfect timing to put these ones. And to start with the little road, so we'll just start with the 40s for the ones that have the smaller version. So we have a mystery tea again. So last month was black tea from Taiwan, from Shanxi, High Mountain. Now you have a tea that is a bit lower in oxidation for sure. The leaf will be a bit greenish. It's really comforting and really refreshing at the same time. So what I would say as a clue would be to brew in many ways. Again, you have to play with probably 2 large teapots or 3 Gong Fu Cha session. I really recommend in a bowl. So if you put the leaves in a bowl and you look the way they expand and the color of them, to see how they unfold and the aromas. So from the beginning when it's quite light and then it overbrews a bit, and then you'll discover other depth of the aroma. So, and compare them with the teas in the box just to see as a reference what it could be. Send us your guesses by email on time before February 20th at 11 a.m. In the email you can say any guesses are okay. Like we don't judge you. We are always super happy to read your reflection about it. So it can be producing country, the type of tea, was it roasted or not, is it aged, if you have an idea of the cultivar, the varietal, the way it was picked, if it was hand-picked or machine plucked. So all those things just gives you points to be the winner of the game. So if you just feel like playing, we really invite you. That's always a fun thing, and you'll receive an email afterwards to explain what happened in versus your reflection. A general email that is quite fun, I think, to just to understand and get even better to tea tasting. So hope you'll enjoy the tea as well. To start, a white tea for the 3 other teas that were in the little box. You have a white tea, aged white tea from our friends, the Zhou family in FUDING. I really love all the teas they make. They are so soothing, and this one is a perfect example of how sweet and soothing this type of tea can be. It's really physically soothing, not necessarily spiritually, would say. Yes, it is, but it's all in the attitude when you drink it. But this tea is really soothing for the stomach, soothing to me, all my body feels great after drinking their teas. And this one is so sweet and honey and fruity. It's really, really calming. So it comes from a cake. It was compressed in a 357 gram cake like this, and it's quite cheap actually. This tea is only 2 years old, and to me it's a really good quality and price ratio. Like it gives so much, you can overbrew it even if you want. And what they say to me is you can take all the leaves from your going through session from the day, you put all the spent leaves in a pot and you simmer it on the stove for 20 minutes, half an hour, and you can drink this as a cold drink, and it's really good for your immune system and your stomach. And they say that in FUDING no one had COVID because they were drinking that preparation of white tea of spent leaves. So I don't know if it's true, but it's probably good for you anyway. So squeeze the lemon until the end. This tea is really generous. So high temperature water is fine. Don't try to break the pieces too much, like we broke the cakes to fill up the bag. And it's a tea that is super easy to brew, so guy one or large teapot, that's fine. And we'll have those cakes online after during the month of February. We'll put them available online, so there are some left. If you feel like buying one whole cake and have it yet to age, that could be a good idea actually, because that's really good quality, I think. So yeah, so we'll continue with a green tea and a black tea. I'll just talk about the two a bit together. I said in the lecture, if you read the lecture that was coming along with the box, that two teas from that box were gold medal winners of the Panama Exhibit International Exposition, and that's the two teas, so HUIMING and JIU QU HONG MEI, which are two teas that won in 1886 and 1915. They won the gold medal, but afterwards became unknown. Like they fell into the abyss of probably what happened to China with all the cultural revolution, and then they never came out besides like in the 80s, and now they are coming out probably because people are just trying to find again more variety. And I didn't know about JIU QU HONG MEI before trying to make this box for you, so I digged and I found a producer that was willing to ship me a few kilos like this. So HUIMING is a regular in our selection, so we have this green tea that we love that comes from Jining County near Li Shui in western Zhejiang, and it's a tea that is really calming, again really low in caffeine, so it's rare for a green tea, and it's grown behind the HUIMING temple. It's called Beautiful Light. It was grown by monks before, and now many families from the local community that is a minority in China. Beautiful community. The town is gorgeous. It looks a bit like Aix-en-Provence in France. To me, anyway, it feels like a bit European. And everything is almost everything is organic in this area. They produce mushrooms as well as the tea. And it's a green tea that is really reminds me of the pureness of the scent of the tea leaf in the garden when the sunlight comes and hit the leaves. There's like those essential oils from the tea leaf that comes out and just bring in the air some sweetness and flowery notes. To me, HUIMING, when you drink it, you feel and you smell the leaves. It smells like what feels in a garden, in a tea garden, whatever is in HUIMING or elsewhere. You have that kind of clean, fresh, sweet and flowery scent from the camellia. So it's a tea that we really love and produced by Mr. Fu, which is a beautiful person, super generous and pious, and so beautiful person I miss really much. So a beautiful tea that you might not have tasted from our selection. That's a classic we have year after year. JIU QU HONG MEI is only for you guys because we just bought a small quantity. Maybe we'll have some left if you liked it. I really enjoyed it. it's made from L43 Longjing cultivar. So Longjing, that is in the regular box also. We'll come back to that after. So Hangzhou is the birthplace of Longjing, so the little village up in the mountains. And in that area, a bit southwest of Hangzhou, there's Dahu Mountain, which is a small area where they produce a black tea from the same tea plants as for making Longjing, the green tea. And this tea is really mellow, really plum-like. Hong Mei means red plum, so that's why. The aroma is really juicy. You have that kind of red plum or Welsh grape or baked apple or something really dense, sweet, not acidic, really comforting also. A bit of honey, a bit of woody notes, but mostly a kind of a jammy feeling, a bit chocolatey also. So it's really a tea that is comforting to me, perfect for winter times. And it's really interesting to see that cultivar to make green tea can make such a good black tea. So we really enjoyed it too, and we thought that putting you a spectrum of color like this in the little box was a good way to start the month. Yeah. So Longjing XII HU. So Longjing XII HU for the, now we're in the large box. Longjing, we thought it was really interesting to put HUIMING from Zhejiang, JIU QU HONG MEI from Zhejiang in the same place and from the same cultivar. So you have many ways to compare it now. Longjing is a classic. It's probably the tea that every Chinese tasted. Maybe some fake Longjing, because there's many fake ones. There's many bad ones, some that are harvested by machine and transformed by machine, and the leaves is yucky and not nice. Some in the Chinese market, you go and it's full of pesticides, you feel it, you taste them, it tastes like sulfur, it's not good. This one is quite good. It's generic though, so it's not from one place, like we have in our selection Longjing Chiffon, or Longjing Mejiao, or Longjing Dafo. Those are specific places. XII HU is like a generic, so maybe some between the mountains, a bit lower altitude, from two different gardens, they mix together. So it's a good daily drinker. It's or for someone that just like a student who wants a shot of caffeine, or antioxidant, someone who wants Longjing for everyday drinking without paying the double of the price. This Longjing is really good. It's from last spring harvest, and you can just, like, we put quite a bit in it, so you can just play with it in a gaiwan or a large teapot. It's not to spoil it. It's just, you can just enjoy it. So those notes of asparagus and chestnut and Lay's chips, kind of really tasty, a lot of umami in it, so, and that kind of peanut butter feeling to it too. So really warming and comforting and stimulating. So Longjing is a really classic. It's a real classic, but we just thought of putting it to you because Chinese New Year and Longjing, why it's inseparable. Huh? Okay, after that, two oolong. So Milan XIANG and Yashishan. So from the same area, Guangdong, near Wudong, and that's the place in the Fenghuang, in the Phoenix Mountains there. So Milan XIANG is one of our classic in our selection, year after year. Milan XIANG means the aroma of honey orchid. It tastes like a bit like flower and honey, but to me, the note that stands out is pink grapefruit. So you really have kind of zesty, a bit bitey, zesty notes of grapefruit or kumquat or that type of notes. You have also, if you look at the drawing that Anne-Marie made, that with the colors and the aroma circle, the wheel of aromas, I would say, is really complex. So there's many colors, like Yashishan will have also. So many notes. You have some gourmand, you have some flower, some fruits, some woody, some toasty notes. So many things in there. And it's a tea that's the type of tea that is so fun to try to find out the notes, because there's so many and you're never wrong. You're never wrong. So we just play with it and let you inspire. And if you have a O. Henry bar, why not? Like your coffee, or I don't know, or something from our childhood, like a memory or something, why not? So to me it makes like a fruity and flowery and a bit of herbaceous as well, and it's really vibrant tea. You don't want to drink this oolong at night, please. This type of oolong is quite caffeinated actually, and a bit like a black tea. And so this one is more oxidized and more roasted than Yashishan. Yashishan is a oolong that we presented for the first time as a mystery tea last summer, I think, last spring. And it means duck shit aroma. Shang is aroma, and Yashi is duck poo. And now we just brought this tea in as a regular, in our regular lineup for the rest of the season. So you'll be able to buy more after we put it online during the month of February. So Yashishan is a really rare tea. And I'll just tell the story for the ones that were not there when we talked about the mystery tea at that time. So why is it called that? There's no ducks implicated in the product. It's in that area in Pinkeng in China, in Guangdong. There's the place at that dansong tree. That's one, like they pick the tea only from one tree that have the genetic of that cultivar. So it's like the mother tree. Now they took some cuttings and made more clones of that mother tree. So this tea is from the little child, or from the clones. But at the time, the locals there wanted to keep that really good tea for them. And some people knew about that tea, that what everyone was really impressed from. And they were coming and wanted to buy some. And at that place, the soil is really special. In French, we call it marne. So it's like the texture is really shitty. Actually, it looks sticky, a bit like when you walk on the sidewalk and you walk in what you don't want to. And the color is also a bit gray, yellowish, and reminding of duck shit. And people, the locals that wanted to keep the tea for themselves, they say, yeah, here many ducks come and poo there, so the taste that comes into the tree and that taste, the tea tastes like shit, you know. And maybe some people were discouraged at that time, and now they know it's not true. And they want to buy it, so I can buy it too. And it became popular, but still rare. It's not produced in large quantity, and it's a tea that is quite expensive, so really enjoy it fully. On Sundays, or when you know you have more time, you can make many brews from a gaiwan, or in a bowl, or in gongfucha. So please play with it, but make many brews, because it's quite generous. And again, a bit like Milan xiang, it's really complex, so you have really pastry-like notes and honey and really rich notes, a bit flowery as well. So it's lower in oxidation and lower roast as Milan xiang, but you can find some similarities too, that is from that type of processing and the Wudong area style of tea plants. Yeah, so hope you'll enjoy the teas. Hope you'll have a beautiful month of February, full of cup of teas. Feel free to contact us if you have any questions or comments, info@chai.ca, or by phoning us, or in the chat room and the messenger on our website. I'm always happy to answer as soon as possible, and hope you'll be with us in the following months as well to receive new teas from us. Spring is coming soon, so we'll as soon as we'll receive the first batches of new tea, you'll always be the first to try them, and we're super happy of the project and always happy to hear from you. So please take care, and hope to talk with you very soon. Enjoy the tea. Bye.